Greetings from SN Kazi, and I hope you are doing well today. So, today we'll be talking about 10 ultimate tips for CV building. If you are currently employed and you want to go higher or you're searching for a job, you can use these tips to highlight your CV, and these tips really help out. So, as you can see, I'm here with Jobs 360, so the logo behind me. Okay, so we're doing a session on this CV building, all right, and I'm going to give you 10 of the finest tips you can use to highlight your CV, to get your job, to get shortlisted for the interview. Okay, so the first thing is the 6-second rule. Okay, because recruiters are busy people, they have a limited amount of time. They have piles and piles of CVs, and they have to, if they're using application tracking systems, so they have maybe sometimes hundreds and sometimes thousands of CVs to go through. So if you're a recruiter, the life is very busy. So in that case, it's according to research, recruiters only spend about 6 seconds on looking at your CV. So that's a very short amount of time. So remember, you need to highlight the first 1/3, the first part of your CV, and that needs to give you a screenshot of what you are, so that they're interested and they want to go ahead. Just like you smile to a person once you meet them, okay, so they want to have a friendship with you, or they like to open up with you. So in the same way, this is a welcoming thing. In the beginning, you need to really highlight your achievements on the first page and on the first 1/3. So I couldn't stress this enough, but I think this is the most important point as far as CV building, in which most people falter here. Alright, so next, the layout is important. Use a professional layout. Okay, don't make it too colorful, or don't try and put superfluous things, or too colorful and too fancy, but rather follow a professional layout in which you have a summary of your achievements, and then you have your professional experience, and you have headings, and you have a consistent layout. So the layout is important. It's not only what you put, but how you put something on your CV, that's important. So please remember this. Okay, well, the next point is about the length of your CV. Okay, now if you are somebody who's new, who's not done any, who's not got any work experience, maybe you can have 1 page. But in case you have some experience of at least 3 years or 5 years, so you need about 2 pages at least. Some people, they have more experience, and some people, they like to maybe add pages and pages of information. So remember, don't go over 2 pages. If you have to go over 2 pages, you can go to maximum 3 if you have more than 15-20 years of experience. Okay, and if you need to put extra things, so you can create a profile page. A profile, a separate document which you could attach to your CV. Okay, that's called a profile. So you could highlight those extra things in that instead of putting it on your CV, because the CV is just a summary of what you are. Okay, it just gets you the interview, gets your foot in the door. Okay, and the next thing is about achievements. So highlight your achievements. Okay, and there's another video where we'll be having in this series, and I'll tell you how to highlight your achievements in that. But remember, you know to mention achievements on the first 1/3 or in the first page in the summary, and also in the job experience as well. So because recruiters are looking for those things, and you need to really think about this, that what you want to highlight in your interview, what you want to highlight, showcase on your CV. So those achievements you want to emphasize in your career, you need to mention them, maybe make them bold or italic, if you want, but in a suitable fashion. Okay, now remember that you have to adjust your CV for each job post. You're not going to one CV will not work for all situations. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you have to lie, or maybe just misrepresent something on the CV. But you need to really tweak your CV, adjust your CV for each job post. The easiest thing is to do is in that case is just to read the job description, okay, a couple of times, and then write down, take out a notebook and write down what are the things they're looking for, and then maybe see how you can fit in those roles, and how you can, what you've done which is relevant to that job post. Okay, the job description that they mentioned on the, okay, so that is something you could do to adjust your CV. Okay, now also don't try and overcram your CV. This is a common problem which I see with very experienced people, and also with some new people. They try and overcram the CV. They try and put so much information so there are no white spaces. Okay, it's good to show somebody else, and because see, is it easy to read? Because remember, if the recruiter can't read your CV, he might just reject it, or put it aside, or maybe just he'll not be sure. But so the best thing is to write in a short summary form, okay, and with clear and concise English. Instead of writing long stories, you need to really highlight with clear and concise English. So that's my tip about overcramming your CV. Okay, now one thing that add flavor to to your CV is action verbs. So action verbs, they bring color to your CV. They sharpen your CV. So action verbs, for example, expanded, maximize, generated, consulted, okay, oversaw. All these action verbs, they bring color to your CV. So mention them appropriately in every place you get. Okay, so on the experience section of your CV. So use action verbs. Alright, now also this is a common mistake which I see happen a lot. This is about the spelling and grammatical errors. So many people, they write their CV, but they're careless, or they don't spend enough time on just correcting the spelling and grammatical errors. So take a while, take more, maybe just 15-20 minutes, okay, sit down, okay, and then don't just rely on the computer, don't rely on F7. So consult a dictionary, use Google, give it to your friends, give it to your dad. So get it proofread so that there are no spelling and grammatical errors. Okay. So in case, just visualize, in case a recruiter is reading your CV, and if there are spelling and grammatical errors on the first page or somewhere, they will highlight that. Okay, and you won't have any chance of going to the next stage of the interview. So remember this. Okay. Next is the photograph. So many people have unprofessional photographs, holding their friends, or maybe partying, etc. On their Facebook page and etc. So try and eliminate that. Have a professional photograph. You can go to a photographer. Okay, take a photograph. Maybe in professional business attire is the best for ladies and for gentlemen. Okay, so that's with a neat haircut, and with looking professional, somebody who is ready to undertake that job. So use that professional photograph instead of maybe just copy and pasting something you have on your Facebook or somewhere else. So that's a tip for the photograph. All right, so this is another tip for sending your CV over the internet, okay, by emailing. So use PDF. Remember, because once you send PDF, the fonts and the layout doesn't get disturbed. Okay, PDF works best for applying for jobs as well. And most of the websites and most of the job portals, they accept PDF, and it works with the ATS system as well. So this is another thing. Avoid using Word in case somebody mentions it. Okay, that's fine, but then that's an exceptional case. Okay, so these are some tips. I think this was the last tip, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, and give it a like and give it a thumbs up. These were 10 tips for CV building. So if you like this video, please comment below in the comment section, and I'll be sure to follow up with you. And good luck on your dream job hunt.